So this is the bag I'm going to show you how to make today. This is the front of the bag. I also added some embellishments here. A heart there because that's my staple. Butterfly, all these different flowers. The hummingbird with the light pink thread. Looks a little purple, but it's pink. And the back of the bag has peonies, a red and pink flower with white and gold trimming, and the hummingbirds with purple and green on the back. And this combines very well with the base color of the bag. Put a butterfly there to bring it all together. If you want to learn how to make this, just keep on watching. So for this part, we're going to embellish this center part of the wallet. I don't like that pewter color and it doesn't match the heart accent. So we're simply going to place a different embellishment and I will encase it in chain so it looks that much more polished. Okay, so I wanted to show you all how I laid out the patches for this design. I had wanted to create a more artistic expression for a bag as opposed to the last bag I designed. I wanted a more comedic, cartoon, funny look, and this time I wanted a more floral with a bird. I wanted a scenic paradise, so to speak. So I bought different patches and I created what I could call somewhat of a mural, and I measured the space I have for the bag that I bought. It's very important that you choose a base color for the handbag that basically brings the entire design together. And these are the patches I chose for the back. I'll show you what I chose for the front. Now you could buy any kind of patches, create any kind of theme. I wanted flowers with hummingbirds, so that's what I went with. Now I'll show you the patches for the front of the bag. For the front of the bag, I went with, again, floral and butterflies, and you could see the hummingbird here. I had less space in the front, so I opted to use one hummingbird, and more flower or floral designs or patches on the bottom of the bag. Since it's such a wide space, I chose the 40 centimeter bag, which is larger than the 35 centimeter bag that I had designed previously. So you could see how pretty that's going to look once it's all put together. First thing is stuff your bag. Make sure that it is leveled, otherwise it will slope forward. Grab your E6000, have your patches laid out, have some extra napkins around you in case you make a mess, and some chip clips so you can hold some of the patches in place. Now make sure you set the base patches first because we're going to overlap patches as well. Also, very important, these have adhesive in the back because they're meant for ironing on. With wear and with friction against your clothes when you're carrying your handbag, this adhesive can definitely peel away from the handbag. If that occurs, you can just get your E6000 and put glue in between the adhesive that comes on the patch and the actual threads that make up the patch. And that'll solve your problem. So let's map it out. Remember that the edges will lift if you don't place something heavy on the patches. So while you apply glue on the other patch, set a heavy book on top. set some heavy books on top, and let dry. So now we're going to work on the front side of the bag. If I sound muffled, it's because I'm wearing a mask. So I already basically preset the patches, how I want them placed on the bag, the front of the bag. So let's get started. I'm going to cover the name of the bag. The quality of this handbag is not as great as the one I designed prior. I'm going to cover the name with the embellishment I'm holding there. Now set heavy books and let it dry overnight. I wanted to show you guys where I did the 3D layering effect. This first layer is the one way at the bottom. The second layer is this rose. The third layer consists of this rose and these flowers. So I overlapped them and put the third layer on top of the hummingbird, and it just looks so much nicer. You fill in gaps and it just looks somewhat 3D. So I love how it turned out. So this is the finished product. This is the front of the bag. You can see here how I did a 3D layering effect. The bottom row consists of the green, the combination of colors, and then the purple. The second layer is the rose, and the third layer consists of the red rose, and then these on top that overlap on the hummingbird. So that's the front of the bag. The back of the bag has two layers with the two hummingbirds and the butterfly. Okay, so I wanted to show you how this bag looks on the body. I'm 5'9", so this is the 40 centimeter in length, so you can determine what you want to purchase. The pink one I purchased was 35 centimeters, a bit smaller than this one, but I needed more space for all the patches. So you could see how big it is. And so if you hold it here, how it looks on the body, and you can determine which one you want. Now this brand is different from the pink one. I prefer the pink one, the quality of the pink one, but this one's still very nice. This one doesn't feel as high quality or structured as the leather with this bag. And I'm going to show you how this one looks on the body. Now, they didn't have purple in this brand, so that's why I opted for this brand here. So this is how the pink one looks on the body. You could see it's a tad bit smaller. I don't know if you could see it. So that gives you an idea of what they look like. Thanks. Bye.